Let's analyze the tug of war between the buyers and sellers in order to make money. So Tesla is up 48 cents, 0.18%, closed at 260.53. Post-market, we seem to be down by 16 cents. What can I tell you? We are having a hard time. I have adjusted the lines a little bit. We have a hard time breaking 261.83. I'm going to use that number because this is starting to better reflect what is happening right now. We are going a little bit higher than where we were right here at 261. This is better reflecting what is happening. We have a hard time breaking that number. 261.83. We cannot break it. We broke our downward resistance this week with this candle. And since then, we have not been able to break that 261.83 and close above it. There's a resistance at that number. Buyers don't want to pay higher than that price. They get squished down by the sellers. So really, the tug of war is really full on. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, if we take a look at what happened today, so we opened lower this morning. We opened at 253.96. So we have broken what I had set personally, the stop loss area. But then we only stayed for 2 hours beneath it, and then we broke above it at the 3rd hour, and then we have been continuing up. And as we see, we are caving in a little bit. We are caving in a little bit into our resistance. Everything on the 1 hour chart is still good. We have a good stochastic. We have MACD. We have the 2 lines of MACD above 0. We have RSI and we have the MI. We just need some catalyst in that stock in order to make it move. Right now, we are at a standstill. If we go back to the daily chart, so on the daily chart, let's look at our indicators. So we are at 58, very close to 60. We could almost consider it 60. MACD, everything is bullish. RSI, everything is bullish. And also the MI, everything is bullish. So right now, as soon as we have a break at 261.83, I will consider it myself a buy signal. If we zoom out a little bit, we are close to a convergence in pattern. So we have been going up into this bullish channel since January of this year. This has generated 3 separate buy signals. And at the same time, we are also into a downward channel at the same time. So we are having these 2 patterns crossing each other very soon. This is the support line. This is the resistance line. And we are getting into a really tiny zone. At this point, as every day passes, it is going to be harder and harder to really start to go long with Tesla, even if we break 260.83, because our resistance right here is just coming down and there won't be much room for profit. We always need to be mindful of this. This is a zigzag area and that zigzag is getting smaller. We could be having a lot of zigzagging for the next 2 weeks. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. So Tesla's money printing lithium refinery to come online sooner than anticipated. The expression money printing came from Elon because he said during one of his presentations, he mentioned that producing lithium would be such a no-brainer because if you have a lithium plant, it is going to work full-time. This is what Tesla's senior manager of operations says. We will begin commissioning the assets roughly the 1st of next year, and that will continue in earnest over the first half of next year. They will start ramping up production the latter half of next year. This is at the end of 2024. And also they have property that is well suited for a future expansion beyond these first 2 trains. So I think there is ample opportunity for further economic impact beyond just those direct employees that we hire. Tesla prices keep dropping. Model 3 and Y now at lowest price ever. So Tesla prices have been falling all year, and today we've got another price cut to report on most trims of Tesla's most popular models. Thank you, Kwang. So Model Y long range and performance are $2,000 cheaper. Model 3 is now the cheapest Tesla ever. So the Model 3 rear-wheel drive and long-range versions both get the $1,250 price cut, and the performance model is down to $2,250. These models now start at $38,990 for the rear wheel drive and $45,990 for the long range. So this is a double-edged sword. It's going to reduce the margins, but it should increase volume production. It's going to be very interesting to see how the market is going to interpret that one right here. This happened 16 hours ago, so we already see that we had maybe an initial drop in the stock price, but then it recovered. Let's take a look at the VIX to see how the whole market fared. So we have a drop in the VIX, so 1.04 down. That's 5.63%, closed at 1744. So that's pretty good. We have a big move down right here. Stochastic is at 58. So we are losing stochastic over 60. So maybe this is going to continue a little bit. US bonds are jumping back up 1.82% up. So they are now at 4.805%. This is going against the VIX. Rivian, we had the big move down yesterday. Right now, we are still respecting the bullish channel. We have been into a bullish channel since April 26th, when we were at about 1169. And if you take a look at this, this has held, except for this little part here, this has held pretty good. And even though we went a little bit lower today, we were pushed back up with this candle right here. So we thought that this downward resistance was going to be broken here. It was not. It was broken here for just a couple of days. So maybe we are going to break this one right here. So this would not be so bad because we could be acquiring Rivian at around 19-20 bucks, which is better than 23 or 24 bucks. This would be the perfect scenario if it goes down to there. And if we look at the next earnings call, this is going to fit exactly at the earnings call. This would be the perfect storm. So we are up 65 cents, 3.56%, closed at 18.92. Xpeng is climbing higher and higher. We are up 21 cents. 1.17%, closed at 1816, stochastic at 75. Everything is bullish right here. So we are enjoying this nice little move. If you want to be a bit more aggressive, as I said, you can consider 1816 the horizontal resistance to break if you want to get in a little bit early. If not, wait for 1922. NIO, this is just going sideways. Okay, Apple, we were already seeing a move yesterday. We did not have stochastic yesterday. We are having it today. We have an impulse move right here, closed up 2.58, 1.48%, closed at 177.49. We are still into a downward channel, so let's not get too excited. This is a little swing that you can catch, but then we are going to check if we are breaking this downward resistance or not. We have good stochastic now. We have the MACD breakover bullish. We have RSI. This is looking good for a swing. Arms just going sideways, nothing to see here. Okay, Palantir, boom. Palantir, look at this move right here. Closed the 1661. 80 cents up, 5.06%. So we have this nice move for Palantir. We just broken our horizontal resistance. So this is a nice break. And we also have broken our downward resistance that we have been waiting a long time for it to break. This has been de-risked. This has been de-risked based on our criteria. We broke a downward resistance, broke a horizontal resistance. There's always risk in the stock market. There's always risk in the stock market. There is no such thing as no risk, but this has been de-risked pretty good. This is the current channel that we are in. So always remember to have a stop loss somewhere, not too far away in case we are reversing. Nvidia also doing nicely. We are up 10.74, 2.4%, closed at 457.62. Post-market, we are down by 291. So we had a little bit of a stop with these two resistance, and now we have broken them. We have broken them with a nice green candle right here. We are still in a congestion zone. We could still be caving in at 479.22. But this is a nice impulse right here on the 1 hour chart. This might be a better way to get into that one. Let's take a look at our indices. So Dow Jones rebounding nicely on 32,874. We are up 0.87%. SPX rebounding nicely too. So we are up 1.18%. We have been stopped at 43.24 and we don't have stochastic over 60 yet. So basically we are in the pulling back phase because we are still into a downward channel. Nasdaq Composite, nice day today also, up 1.6%, close to getting stochastic over 60, but still into a big downward channel. In fact, outside of our big downward channel, that's even worse. Gold goes climbing back up a little bit, up 0.43%, still into its downward channel. So we could be just having a pullback. So that might still be okay. Maybe this is a nice swing to catch. This would be going against the trend. The trend is going down. So if you take that swing here, this is going against the trend. It's not impossible to make money here. It's possible still. And if we cave in a little bit later, then this is going to be a great short because this would be going in the same direction of the trend is going down. And this part here would be going down. Physical silver also moving up 2.8%. So we are into this pullback phase. Let's see up to where it goes. It could easily go to 761 without changing the concept that we are still into a pullback. And as a matter of fact, it could even go up to 787, up to this downward resistance right here, and it would still be technically a pullback. Bitcoin, good day, almost 2% up. This is going higher and higher. Ripple also, after 2 days in the red, now it's having a green day. So it's nice to see 0.78%. US dollar coming down a little bit. Maybe it is going to just rest on 105.475. And new battery material, there's nothing happening there at all. We'll see what we have in store for Tesla next week. Zigzag City or not. If we start breaking this resistance, then the Zigzag City is over. And if we start breaking below this here, then Zigzag is also over. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday, where I do a Tesla Weekly Live. So have a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.